Hey, Chuck. I'm doing okay. Just trying to wake up. I haven't even had any coffee yet. Outside dealing with the dogs. Getting the radios going. I had to put a fan on in the shack here this morning. It got hot here yesterday.
Yeah, I was running here too, like 96. But, thank goodness for air conditioning. Yeah, I was doing the same thing you were. I was out with the dog, feeding the horses, coming in, getting radios fired up, getting ready to do the deal. But, I'll let you go so you can get your coffee. I'm going to go into the kitchen and get me a drink too. And I got you down, Dave. You're in the number one spot this morning. W6MQI 20DW6.
Alrighty, Chuck. See you at the net, W6MQI.
Good morning there, Chuck. Good morning, Dave. Grab your cup of coffee.
Yeah, Ron. You're way down, but I'm sure you're on something special, but you were Q5 copy. But I did get you. No problem. What are you running?
Yeah, running the MAD.
Well, you picked up a little bit that time. It sounds good. You know, for what you got there, that's sounding pretty good. And your Q5 copy.
All right, well, it's rough to use. But with the earphones, no volume control, and the rest. But, yeah, I finally built up a couple of PC boards for that programmable lock, the little programmable crystal replacement. So that's what's in here. All right, I'll let you grab your coffee, and let's take your boots off after it's bunked out the stalls. Bye.
Okay, Ron. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, get you a cup of coffee and relax. I got you in the number 2 spot. You're checked in. So, sounded good on the MAB. So, if anybody else out there want to check in now, you can. For the Vintage Military Radio, and that'd be number 3. You can come now.
MS for number 3. And I think Ron, as soon as he gets clearance from the doctor, he's going to start his jump training, so he can be official with the MAB 7MS.
WA60PE.
WA7YBS.
Love those low frequencies.
Yeah, this is with the afterburner, the 1625 rig.
3 dB. Can you turn it on and off there for a test?
Yeah, but if I do, I'll only be putting out about 18 watts. So with that attenuator in line, it's, you know, it wouldn't be a fair test, really. But yeah, this is 140 watts. I'll tell you.
Well, it's a good signal and sounds great, as usual. What's expected of the audio of that 1625 rig.
I need to do a little bit of fine-tuning on it. Yeah, I'm actually doing 130 watts. But I'll tweak and take and when I come back, I'll be up 140, 145 watts. Not that it'll make a big deal. But anyway, well, thanks. We'll see how it goes. 5 fans running. 5 fans. So, hey, back to Chuck. Is there AWS7 rebels?
Okay, Henry. Yeah, I concur with Tom. That thing sounds fantastic. Of course, I'm a mile and a half from you, but I mean, it still sounds really good. And if Tom can hear you that great over there, you're not going to have any problem getting through at all. So, yeah, let's see here. I got Mike. I got you in the free spot, Mike W7MS, and I got Bob. Good morning, Bob, and to Mike. W6AQU is in the 4 spot, and Tom, WA60PE, is in the 5 spot. Good morning, Tom. And Henry, number 6, WA7YBS. Good morning, Henry. And if you didn't catch me earlier, Dave, W6MQI, is in the 1 spot, and Ron, NU6F, is in the 2 spot. I'll go over the list one more time here. Is there anybody else like to check in before we start the net? I guess we'll start the net just a little bit early. You got enough folks, so if you want to be number 7, you can come now. Pretty good this morning. This is Vince Military Radio Net. This is Chuck, K0DWC, and I'll be your net control this morning. And we'll... you guys know the spiel. Everybody knows the spiel for this, so I'll just we'll go that. And just remember, if you guys have anything for sale or want to mention it. Anyway, I'll go ahead and give you one order as I have heard people. Number 1 is W6MQI. Number 2 is NU6F. Number 3 is W7MS. Number 4, W6ANU. Number 5 is WA6OPE. And number 6 is WA7YBS. One last call for number 7, first round. Come down. Okay. Nothing heard. So, gentlemen, good morning again. Everybody's got a great signal here so far. We're running the standard net control station this morning, AR213, AR7, and R388 in harmony with each other. And, running through an inverted V, 225 watts, 104 microphone. That's the rundown for me. So anyway, we'll go to the top. We'll start the first round, and we'll go up to Dave, W6MQI in the group. Go ahead, Dave.
All righty, Chuck. W6MQI here in Livermore. And good morning to everybody. Ron, Mike, Bob, Tom, and Henry. And Henry is top dog this morning. Can't say conditions are the best, but I'd say Tom's probably the weakest. At times I was almost not even copying Tom this morning. Ron, you're not real strong either, but I'm hearing everybody. And let's see, this morning we're on the ART-13, listening on a 7584 receiver, usual antenna. And we're back from Indiana, trip last week. Got my daughter all moved into a new apartment by herself, beautiful apartment. Drilled a few properties I looked at real quickly, didn't have a whole lot of time. Man, they got some nice stuff there. But it was warm over, probably low 90s. Humidity was... Well, there really wasn't any humidity yet, but I guess they're getting hit this week. My daughter was saying it's pretty warm there. But other than that, that's all. That's the rundown here. So we'll send it over to Rod, NU6F, W6MQI.
Okay, good deal. Welcome back from Indiana, and get the daughter all set up over there. So I guess you'll let me know how long she's going to be at school there. Anyhow, well, good deal, guys. I'm not going to hold this radio very long because it's pretty tough to use. And NU6F Reno using the NAB, which I've used before, with amp at 100 watts, and the only difference is I'm using the little interface boards I made to fit in place of the 2 crystals. So it's running the programmable rock for transmit and receive. But anyhow, good deal, and on the it's running around 100 watts with the amplifier, and I'm on the long wire. All right, with that, take it away, Mike, and I think I'll probably switch over to the TDE for the next go-around, since probably not much copy from the other folks. W7MS and U6F.
Well, okay, Ron, NU6F and the Sunday morning military net, W7MS, Mike in Reno. Good signals from all. No issues at all, including Ron, my ground wave. Sounded great on the MAB, and a tip of the hat for his initiative in firing up the programmable oscillators there from our friends over in Turkey. And this morning running the Zenith build ART13, listening on the latest acquisition, the Raycal RAL17-C-12, and the usual microphone, about 240 watts of carrier here. And you know what, we'll save, well, a few comments here on the airborne equivalent to that MAB, the DAV-2, which is in the project queue, and that was picked up from Brown over at Brad's swap meet. But I did get the crystals from AF4K Crystal Company, the new proprietor who picked it up over from Bree Carling over in Florida. But I was wondering why his official address is Wisconsin, but the crystals were shipped from Hawaii. And there I am. I'm a subscriber to the Antique Wireless Association YouTube channel, but there he pops up as the station engineer for WWVH. I guess that's a new position for him, pretty much ending his career in Hawaii as the engineer in charge. Obviously a one-man operation there, WWVH, but that explained what Mr. Johnson was up to with his business change of address. He's got his dream job in Hawaii and taking care of the WWVH. So that's enough comments for now. But over to Bob. W6AQU W7MS.
W7MS. The Sunday morning vintage military net. W6A Old Queen Uncle. Well, good morning to Livermore. Very good signal up here this morning on that 13. Audio may be just a little hot. I don't know what you're using for a mic. And Ron, you were better on the that's for. Mike, of course, is just down in India. Good morning to you. You're loud and clear here. Nothing all week about that. The ABS sounds pretty good on that. 107 watts. So, we're now on the second cup of coffee. It's going to be another warm day here in Montague. So I believe it goes over to Richmond for a report on the fall. OPE. Take it away, Tom. W6A Old Queen Uncle.
Okay, W6AKL, W6OPE in Richmond, where the fog is dissipating. I can see some blue sky and also some gray sky. It's nice and cool, a slight sea breeze blowing. Yesterday and the day before was daytime fog. Really heavy green glare. Cold and windy. I had to wear a jacket on my walk. But it's still cool, but the fog is dissipating. Well, good morning to everybody. Conditions are fair. Noticeable QSB here and there, but it's not everybody. Not sure. I think Florida dropped off. Good. What's wrong signal here, Dave? I don't know what my problem was. I guess I'll have to check my phaser and phase monitor to see what's going on with my super directional array here, also known as an end-fed wire. Let's see, all kinds of stuff going on. We're on the usual rig though, TCM, nothing new and exciting here. Lots of projects going on, multitasking with various different things. And a good friend of mine, 60 years, friend for 60 years, died recently. And so guess who unwrapped a bunch of junk and a bunch of stuff. So we're going to have to get rid of a bunch of stuff too. So that's going to be a big project. And we will keep it going. I'm just looking around here. I think I had a few more comments, but I forgot about them at the moment. So let's keep it going. Let's listen to that beautiful W6MIT 1625 rig with an afterburner. WA7YBS. WA60PE.
Okay. And let me do a little bit of tweaking there. Okay. That was just a little bit of touching up on the tuning there of the rigs. Well, everybody sounds good. Good copy on everybody. And nice, a bunch of military gear, of which I really don't have any that's running today. And so anyway, very good on that. Good morning to Dave, to Ron, to Mike, to Bob, and to Tom, and to Chuck. Yes, we are on the 1625 rig, and we're putting out about 65 watts out of the 1625 rig. We're going to a 6 dB, 150 watt attenuator, and to knock the power down to about 18 watts to drive the linear. And this is the W6MIT 95 linear amplifier using a Y826 tube as a grounded grid amp with 3,000 volts on the plate. And so we're running 150 watts now, a little tweaking. Now, that's about as high as I would push it. That's not, that's more than a 75% reduction. It's about an 80% reduction in the capability of the set, but you just don't really want to push a tube at 100% duty cycle too much. So anyway, that's what we're running as far as the transmitter. The linear amplifier is beautiful. It is. It's on the website if you want to take a look at it. It's under the W6MIT transmitters, and you can see the thing has 2 blowers, and it has 1 fan. And then in addition to the 2 fans in the 1625 rig, I'm running 5 fans. Probably can hear it in the background. Receiver is the 51J4 and the light gray panel version. Antenna is the collinear array. Temperature was 55 degrees this morning. So with that, back to Chuck. K0WC, WA7, right is.
Okay. I didn't know if I heard somebody in there or not. I apologize. I was waiting a few seconds. But anyway, Henry, that thing really sounds good, man. Congratulations on that. That's fabulous. Very, very nice setup. All righty. Well, let's see if there's anybody else out there. If somebody was out there, you can come back now if you want. Be number 7 checking. Come now. Okay, I heard Bill in there, N6DC10 in the number 7 spot. Good morning, Bill. I got you in the 7 spot there, partner. Is there anybody else that would like to check in? Be number 8. Phoenix Military Radio Net. You can come now. Okay, I didn't hear anything else. So, Bill, N6 DCT, go ahead and make a transmission and send it back up to me, K0 DWC. So, go ahead, Bill. Okay, Bill, very good. You were 100% copy that time, Q5 copy. So, good deal there. So, okay, is there anyone else that wants to check in on tail end of the first round? You're welcome to come now, be number 8. Okay, nothing heard. Alrighty, well, I haven't been doing much radio work. I've got stuff sitting on my desk and stuff to do, but I've been kind of saving all that stuff for a little bit later. I've been doing a lot of work outside, a lot of work. So I've been doing a lot of work today. Anyway, that's where all my time has been going. But plenty of stuff to do in here, and I think I might wait till just wait for the fall to start it, because it'll get me through the winter, that's for sure. So anyway, we'll come back up to the top and start the second round. And Dave, I'm glad you got your daughter settled in an apartment back there, and you sound like you're real comfortable with it, and it sounds like it's a nice place and all, so congratulations on that. And I guess she's probably, going to be a sophomore or junior by now, I would imagine. But anyway, maybe you can tell us. W6MQI in the group, K0DWC. Go ahead, Dave.
K0DWC, W6MQI. Yeah, got a real nice place. And, well, she'll be graduating in December, this December coming, so that'll be nice. And, she's working at the really nice hospital there already. She kind of got night shift, kind of a graveyard I would call it, I guess. Kind of a screw schedule, but she seems to be okay with it. And so yeah, nice moving on with her. She'll be in Indiana. Well, she signed a year lease, so she's stuck there for a year, but for some crazy reason, and I can't talk her out of it, she wants to go work in New York City. What is the attraction for that? I don't know. I told her I'm not going. She goes there, I'm not going to help her move. She's on her own. Her and her mom are going to have to figure it out. I have no desire to go to that poop hole of a city, so there you go. Let's see. Yeah, Tom, you must have got your 180-degree phase inverter switched in, right? Because you came up that time. Your normal signal strength. Who knows? QSB, whatever. And let's see. Bill, I'm hearing you, but I can't really understand your speech. A little distorted this morning. And Henry, interesting about this 6 dB pad, I just ordered one, a 250 watt one, that I'm going to use on my TCK, so I can run the TCK into the amplifier for 350 watts. I have a 3 dB one here that I played around with, and worked real well. And so, waiting for my 6 dB pad to get here. 3 dB wasn't quite enough to knock the power down. And interesting on the microclimates here in the Bay Area. Tom mentioning that he had fog yesterday. It was 100 degrees here in Livermore. What are we, like 40 miles away from each other or something? Maybe a little bit farther, Tom. It's crazy. What else? I have started to disassemble the RA05 receiver. Did a pre-wash on my way. Oh boy, that thing is dirty. And but everything is coming apart fine. I found a clip. I took the catacomb off and laid it on the floor on some carpet in the garage. And I went out front and I was cleaning some parts and came back and looked down in the catacomb and there was like this clip sitting on top of it. What the hell is that thing? I never took it off, never saw it come off, never heard anything come off. And looking on the manual, I cannot find anywhere in the manual where this clip may have been attached inside the radio. It clips onto something that's like around 3/8 diameter, and there's nothing in there. So I don't know if it was something that had fallen in the radio through the years or what, but I kept it in the bag. You know, when I start putting things back together, maybe it'll be obvious how I put things back together, but right now I'm at a loss. And I wrote an email to Henry to see if he jog his memory. He didn't know what it was either, so anybody that's got an REO or has been around them, the clip looks like one of these clips you use on like a trailer hitch. It's kind of U-shaped. It goes into the end of a pin that might have a hole. It's got a little, you know, you can got a hole in one end. You can pull up on the tip and snap it out of a pin. It looks like one of those. I don't know if I described that right, but it's a miniature version of that anyway. But again, I don't know what it goes to. And what else? Yeah, that's about it. I do have a want. I didn't see one of these at the swap a few weeks ago, but I'm looking for one of those pen adapters, BC 1031s for a 455 kilohertz IF. I know the RA05 doesn't have a IF, a port output, but I was thinking about doing it anyway. If I can come across one, I might do it. It's pretty simple. Attaches to the mixer tube there. And goes out to a SO239 in the back of the cabinet. So it's really simple to do, but I think that'd be kind of cool, nice addition to the receiver. And Tom, if you got any history on that receiver, I'd be curious to hear anything, where you got it and all that. So that's about it here. Let's see, who's next? Ron. Let's see what you're on. Maybe, the TDE. NU6F, WF6MQI.
Okay, a good deal. See if I got it. Yeah, there we go. All right, good deal, guys. Yeah, QSB is all over the place, but when everybody's up, they're up. And when they're down, they're down. Yeah, I switched over to the T3 and the L390. Yeah, it's really brutal using that MAB. Earphones on, no volume control, and dink around with the pad off to the side to try and drop the receive level so people aren't distorting, and oh gosh. But anyhow, yeah, mostly it was just to go ahead and see if we could make up something to work with that little programmable rock. It does take a little bit of work to interface that little crystal replacement. So I think it's going to be of limited use for me. And I guess whenever I find something that I really can't find a crystal for, okay. But yeah, if you can find a crystal, go that route. But if you want a couple of frequencies and you don't want to buy a bunch of crystals, it'll work. But you gotta do some external boards for it. Anyhow, good order. And Bill was very light copy. I could just tell when his carrier was in there by turning the BFO on. And Henry, all right on the fans. Well, you got a lot of air moving in there. Unfortunately, it's warm air, and you don't need that. But yeah, I took a look at the website, and I saw the beautiful MIT Duo. So yeah, I'm glad that it's all back together, just as if it was back in '95, maybe. And Tom, sorry to hear about your friend passing away. And here you were doing so good at thinning out some of the surplus, and now here you got more to find a home for. Yeah, foggy Richmond. Yeah, remember those days growing up there in El Cerrito, and summertime fog, just like you get the Thule fog down there in Bakersfield when I was down that way. We talk about extremes of environments. And up in Montague, yeah, when it's warm, but I haven't looked at the news. If you guys got any fires up that way, I don't know if you've had any or not. I know we've got some of the local brush fires here was about it. And Mike, okay, on the ART Raycal Duo, and the crystals for your DAV. Yeah, well, good. You can DF and tell me where the hell is Lemon Valley. All right, with that, take it away, Mike. W7MS NU6F.
Well, thank you, Ron. NU6F. Frequency touch up here on the next round when I have a dummy load available, but aside from the dummy at the microphone. So, yeah, great comments on the crystals that I ordered for the DAV2. I wanted to run on the standard VC611 3885 frequency, so it's compatible from handy-talkie to the Marines version of a handy-talkie, or at least the Paramarines. So there's some compatibility there, and since he is offering the transmit and receive offset rock for those for the 611s, I jumped on that. So there's some compatibility, since I think walk-around operation with the programmable generator there is rather difficult, not to mention all the other challenges involved with any type of walk-around operation. So that's the explanation there. Dave, great. I forgot to comment on your trip to Indiana, and I'm sure you were there for Dad's Day, or was it Daughter's Day? It was probably officially a co-hosted event, but congratulations on that. And I think you're trying to say hairpin. That's what I came up with, but maybe you have one of the other more convoluted versions of the hairpin, because there are variations. Bob's doing well. Thanks for the signal report. Tom has been noted by Ron as suddenly got a new load to divest, but that's always good, because who knows what Tom has got in the basement, or maybe what might be overflowing into the driveway. I don't know if there's any life acceptance factor issues with the latest donation to Tom's pile of stuff. And Henry, of course, sounding well, good on the headroom issues, and I'm going to say it here, the 3500Z/commercial tube, but it sounds more exotic there when you're spewing out the iMac nomenclature. Good on that, and glad you got it. And not the first time on this frequency. I did run it with the Harris RF301 with a stack of attenuators a few times on AME in months or years past, but great to hear it on official double sideband this morning, sounding great. And on the attenuator issue, this is the old serendipity at Hammond Hi-Fi. Sometime a few years ago, there was a whole pile of Narda 3dB attenuators in the freebie file. Well, guess what? They went home with me, so that's what I use. And I can just stack them as required. It's that was a double take. He's become much more sophisticated these days. They'd be up on eBay, but back in the olden days, it was fun to go picking, wasn't it, Henry? But I'm sure Ethan's not listening, but if he is, well, it's water under the bridge, the good old days. So let me see here. I've got other projects going on. Maybe we'll save that for next round, but over to Bob. in beautiful downtown Montague, W6AQU, W7MS.
W6AQU. Very good, all the way around. Signals are very good this morning. Good audio sound this morning. Strongest signal I don't know. That could be all right, Dave, I'm getting your daughter settled back there. Okay, W6AQU, and I noticed that the Sidewinder has slithered out from underneath one of the captures and made its presence known. That's always a bummer. Amazing. Man, all this spectrum. And for some reason in the mornings, it's always been that way too. I mean, there's more QRM at the crack of dawn than there is at 8 o'clock at night, especially nowadays. Okay, anyway, let's see here. Dave, on the history of that, I don't remember. I've had it a long time. It's been in cold storage in the basement for, I would say, at least 20 years. And I don't remember where I got it. You know, that's one of those deals where you don't need to write anything down because you'll remember all the details. No problem, right? Well, after 20 years, no, some stuff I remember a lot of stuff where it came from, but some stuff that wasn't all that important to me. And it may have been one of those deals where, gee, this is a pretty nice example. I'd like to save this, and if I get to it, okay. If I don't get to it, okay. Somebody pick it up down the road. And the only thing wrong with it, from what I could tell, was the dial glass. So to speak, dial glass, dial plastic, whatever. And, you know, it looked like a pretty nice example. So good luck with that. As far as the part that you described, I don't know that much about them. I think I've had one. Oh yeah, I worked on an RBH for the Panmanito one time and recapped a whole bunch of stuff and fixed it up and got it running for the Panmanito. So I had mechanical out and all that stuff. And I was going, what the hell? So anyway, good luck with that. It worked out great. I do not have an extra pin adapter.
the extra one that I have is for VHF. And I forget exactly what the IF is, but it's high. Real high. It's not 10-7 meg, I don't think. But anyway, that's the only extra one I have. But I'll keep it in mind. You never know. Every once in a while I turn something over and find something underneath something that I don't remember that I had. So we'll go from there. What else was I going to comment on? No progress on the TCZ lately. It's got sort of shunted aside with all this other stuff that's going on. So I haven't done anything with that. A note to Mike. I dug out some more connectors. So if you could make a copy of that connector diagram for the NCR183, I think it is, and email it to me or send it via snail mail, either one, so I can see if these connectors are the right ones to help with that project. I'm not sure they are. I think one or two might be corrected. The other ones I think are for the Navy version. And I'm still looking through boxes of cables, and I'm coming up empty on that too. So I thought I had a whole bunch of cables with that type of connector on them, but it turned out they were for LM freak meters. Had a bunch of those. And what else? Oh, is anybody looking for racks and all this stuff? Although they're server type racks, they're modern, they're new, and they're deep. And I think they have doors on them. One of them does for sure. The other one's still in the crate. And a brand new rack, big tall thing. I think they got to be 7 feet high, maybe, something like that. Everybody's looking for those. That's what this stuff is. So if anybody's looking for a rack, let them know. And let's see if there's anything else I want to put on. I know there was, but I forgot about it. Didn't write it down. Anyway, we'll keep it moving. And up to Henry, WA7, YBS, WA6OPE.
Okay, Tom. WA6OPE, WA7, YBS. Let me clear my throat. Stand by. I'm back. Not that it makes that much difference, but at any rate, solid copy on everybody. Morning to Bill. Yeah, that's pretty funny about John. I think he said John didn't remember the linear amp, building it. But again, it wasn't 100% copy. You were Q4, so got most of it. But anyway, that's interesting. Of course, you know, if John can get on the internet, you know, my write-ups on his gear is all under W6 MIT transmitters. And, you know, so he can, you know, he can peruse through that. I mean, it's probably going down the, you know, the old memory path for him. I'm sure he remembers all of this stuff, but maybe not. So anyway, very good. And NARDA, that's the attenuator I have, the 150 watt NARDA. I got it from W7TC. And, you know, it was just in his stock. So anyway, that's really cool. It's a 6 dB attenuator, which is right. And, but yeah, oh man, those things, yeah, I know what you mean about the good old ones. How much like when I got the good stuff on it. Yeah, just free. Had the right handle, had the big insulator. A lot of stuff on that. And speaking of Hammond Hi-Fi, that Howard 450A that I got at Cabela's for Legion, it is running, it lives, it actually picks up signals. I rebuilt it so it's better, and but yeah, no, I aligned it yesterday, and it's a hot receiver. The only thing is like a lot of the 1930s receivers, you know, they're very hot, you know, very sensitive. The only trouble is they're like, you know, they're like really flimsy, and you touch them and things change. you know, you wiggle them and the frequency excursion goes crazy. So anyway, you know, it has some good points and some bad points, just like a lot of equipment from that time period. But overall, I'm pleased with how the Howard turned out, and certainly as far as eye candy and that sort of thing, it is one spectacular looking receiver. So anyway, that's the report on the Howard, and so we don't want to hold it too long here, so let me turn it over to Bill. How you copying there in Half Moon Bay, Bill? N6BCT WA7YBS. He turned it back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, okay, Henry. Yeah, I lost him there. Couldn't really dig him out either. Anyway, okay, Henry, thanks. All right, well, let's see if there's any check-ins left for the tail end of the second round here. Does anybody want to check in? Be number 8 for the Women's Military Radio Net. You can come now.
They don't check in, but they check out. I'm going to say 73s, guys. WA60PE, 73.
Oh, man, I thought I heard something down there, but I don't know if it was for us or not.
Oh, that was Tom checking out, saying goodbye to the group, W7MS.
Okay, well, all righty. Well, let's see. That'll take care of round 2. Hey, Dave, you know, when I was going through eBay the other evening here, I ran across a U.S. Navy hand adapter. It looks just like the BC-1031, but it had Navy tags on it, and it was gray. And I just glanced at it. I didn't look at it hard because I've got a Signal Corps 1031 here that I use, but I don't know if that's still on or not. I didn't look at it real good. I just glanced at it, but there was one of them on with the Navy tags and stuff on it. So you might want to check that out. Anyway, okay, guys. Well, let's go ahead and do the 7-3 round. And we'll get that all done, and then we'll all go about our daily chores and enjoy the day. So, Dave, W6MQI, go ahead and take it. And this is a 7-3 round, guys. So go ahead, Dave.
All right, Chuck. Where did you say you saw that? You faded out when you said where it was.
On eBay, Dave.
I guess he's not copying me. Boy, somebody threw the propagation switch. It's like there's somebody there. I think it was Mike. But anyway, I'm going to say 73. And see you guys next week. So over to Ron, NU6F, W6MQI.
Okay, let's see if we got it here. All right, 73 is Dave, and Tom, and Dave, okay, on the mystery clip. Yeah, well, I was thinking of, I saw that movie, Ford versus Ferrari, and it was pretty funny. One of the deals was when Shelby went ahead and grabbed a grabbed a lug nut and tossed it at the feet of the Ferrari mechanics when they weren't looking. Kicked in the panic and thinking, oh my gosh, I let the lug nut off one of their cars. They called the car back to end a lap, and yeah, the mystery parts that may not even be needed. And yeah, New York City. Wow. Well, I guess somebody has to go there, but yeah, there'd be no temptation, I'm guessing. And Henry, good deal on the Howard is up and running. I don't know if you're going to put a picture of that on the on the website or not, but sounds like a cool radio. And likewise, it found a good home, just like everything finds a good home down there in the Bay Area over at Tom's basement. Gosh. And Bob, AQU, yeah, a trip to the beach. Well, I could go to the beach here. It's pretty close, along the shores of beautiful Swan Lake, or as Mike would call it, Swine Lake. But I'm not too sure you'd want to dip a foot into the muck that's out there this time of year. Better off stay inside, turn the AC on. Well, not too much radio projects here going on. I know that Tom's not here to listen, but on his MAB that was missing the correct microphone. It was cut off unceremoniously by Fair Radio. I was able to manufacture an extra contact and a new cable to interface with that. So I have I rebuilt the carbon element, so it's working pretty good. But that was about a 12-hour project to just add a contact, because the MAB uses a single pole double throw for your push-to-talk, and in receive position it provides filament power. So looks identical to an RS-38 microphone, totally identical. Not even a special nomenclature, but you do need the extra contact. And I don't think the DAV needs it. I think it has. I think you've got the switch on the box, not on the cable. But anyhow, in the interest of authenticity, Tom's MAB will be a thing that looks totally original, I think, when it's finished. All right. With that, somebody else that's totally original is Mike. Well, listen out. W7MS NU6F.
moving back to Coronado, military TV. Still flying biplane. Well, working for World War II. But in the studio set to the control tower, I swear to hell that was a Howard 450A sitting pseudo rack mount panel there. They were in a few things, but it really caught your eye, and it looked really similar to the Howard. So maybe in a freeze frame, sometime in the near future, you can do it. I saw that and go, boy, that looks like just like the Howard I just recently saw Henry purchase at the swap meet. Wow, what a coincidence. Another radio sighting, so that's a possibility. And yeah, we'll save, I guess, maybe we'll save current projects for first round next week before propagation fades out, but we'll leave it at that. Chuck, do all the right stuff outside. It's warm, but I think the forecast for today, I think, was going to be slightly cooler temps. And just one comment on the fire issues in and about the countryside. It's interesting how there's the first fire of the season. It's heavily covered by the news media. Usually it's, you know, really relatively unimportant. They also focus on the containment issue, which is more of a legal definition of fire control rather than the actual fire. But what it does, it sets off every firebug in the country to start fires, and then suddenly I knew there would be a whole sequence of local fires, and it started almost immediately. That folks can, it's time for those folks to start their incendiary devices and start fires. They're always man-caused, and I think they're 99% arson. The other 1%, of course, is Pacific Gas and Electric, right, Ron? But with that, 7-3s from Reno. Everybody have a great day. And I'd rather be hot than cold. W6AQU, W7MS.
Okay, Bob. W6AQU, WA7YBS, all right. And very good, 73 to all. Yeah, it was 99 here yesterday, and I think it's supposed to be something like 95 or something like that today. But that's, you know, that's in the mid-afternoon. In the morning time, it's not too bad out there. So, yeah, I'm with Mike. Better hot than cold. You know, when you cut yourself and it's 90 degrees outside, at least you bleed. You know, when it's 30 degrees outside, you might not bleed till you come in the house. So there's always an advantage to it being hot. So 73, everybody have a good one. I'll be net control next week. We will be on the big rig. I didn't mention the big rig. It was a tube. It was the 4-250A. And I can't explain it. It didn't work. I put the old 4-250A back in the big rig, took off like a rocket, 300 watts output, so go figure. Anyway, I'll be on the big rig or the T3, one of the two, next week. So with that, 73 all around, and I'll turn it over to Bill, N6BCT, WA7YBS. he turned it over to you, Chuck.
Okay, Henry, thanks. Yeah, I never heard him that time. I guess we lost the path there temporarily. He was really coming in pretty good the first round. Anyway, okay, Henry, thanks. Great job on that amp, putting it on that 1625 rig. That thing sounds really, really good. Okay, guys. Well, as Henry said, he'll be net control next week. And I want to thank all you guys for being here. It's appreciated very much. Everybody have a good day today, a good week ahead, and try to stay cool as much as you can. So everybody take care, and I'll talk to you next week. So here's your DWC, and I'm shutting the net down for today. Take care, and I'm signed. Stay please, guys. Thanks again.